Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and good evening. Today we are going to talk about conditional sentences, which most of the students encountering problem. Okay, so without wasting time, let's get started. Conditional sentences. Conditional conditional sentences. What is a conditional sentence? Conditional sentences are such sentences which expresses a condition. All right, and what is condition? Condition is something can only happen if something else occurs. Okay, so I'll write it here. Definition: conditional sentences are such sentences which expresses a condition All right, and what is a condition? A condition is something, a condition is something can happen only if something else occurs. All right, so I'll tell you in Urdu. Conditional sentences ऐसे sentences होते हैं जिसमें कोई शर्त जाहिर की जाती है. मसलन अगर बारिश होती है, कंडीशन अगर बारिश होती है, दिस इज अ कंडीशन, शर्त अगर बारिश होती है तो जमीन भीगी होती है. That's it. So conditional sentences have four types. Number one is called the zero conditional, and then the conditional 1, conditional 2, and conditional 3. Today we are going to focus on the zero conditional sentences. Stay with me. Zero conditional. Zero conditional sentences. All right. First of all, you need to know the definition of each type of sentences, so which is very important. Okay, so zero conditional sentences, it talks about general truth or scientific fact. So its definition is, it talks about general truth or scientific fact. All right, so conditional sentences always has two parts. The first part is called if clause, and the second part it is called main clause or result clause. All right, so we'll divide into two here. Okay, it has two parts. The first part, which is called if clause, and the second part is called main clause or result clause. Like if something happens, what is the consequence, what is the result, that is here. All right, so we'll start making some sentences and then you'll get to understand. Okay, if it rains, all right, before that, if clause, always you have to use simple present tense, simple present, and main clause also simple present tense is used, simple present. All right, okay, so if it rains, this is a condition. If it rains, so what is the consequence, what is the result? If it rains, the ground gets wet. The ground gets wet. All right, if it rains, the ground gets wet. So condition, if it rains, and the consequence, the result, the ground gets, this is zero condition. It talks about the general fact or the scientific facts. All right. Number 2 example. Okay. If we freeze the water, so what is the consequence? What is the result? It becomes ice. It becomes ice. Very simple. We'll do another example. If we heat the ice, so what will happen? It becomes water or it melts. It becomes water or it melts. All right? Okay, we'll do one more example. If we don't give water to plants, if we don't give water to plants, so what will happen? It dies. It dies. This is it. So today we understood conditional sentences. What are the conditional sentences? Conditional sentences are such sentences which reflects a condition or expresses a condition. A condition is something can only happen if something else occurs. There are 4 kinds of conditionals, all right? And we did today the conditional 0. It talks about the general truth or scientific facts. Also, you have to understand that conditional sentences has 2 parts. One part is called if clause and the other part is called the main clause. This is it from now. Inshallah, catch you up tomorrow.